Okay, let's start with going over how to use two apps at one time. For the demonstration, I'm going to show you how to run YouTube and Google Chrome at the same time, okay? So first, we're going to open up YouTube, and then we're going to close it by hitting the home button. Next, I'm going to open up the Google Chrome app, then we're going to close it. Now, I want YouTube to be at the top of the screen, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the Recent Apps button here. I want to swipe over to YouTube, and then I want to tap on the YouTube icon at the top of this little screen here. And I'm going to tap on Open in Split Screen View. And then you should see Google Chrome is going to pop up because we already opened it. It's going to pop up as a recent app. I'm going to tap on that. And now I can have my YouTube at the top of the screen here. My video is playing at the top of the screen here, and if I want to make it full screen, I'm just going to tap on the video and tap on this little square in the bottom right corner. Now that's going to make the video at the top full screen, and while this video is playing, I can simply be scrolling through Google Chrome here. I can go shopping if I want on Amazon, doesn't matter, but basically I can scroll through this while that video is playing. Now this mode will also support the landscape, so I simply can rotate the phone this way and I can continue to watch that video while I scroll through Amazon or any other website. Now if you tap on the three dots in the center here, you can tap on these arrows to switch it and have what's on the left go to the right and vice versa, or take your finger and simply drag it left or right to get out of the split screen. So this is a really easy way to run two apps at one time. I tend to use this pretty often when I want to watch a YouTube video and I also want to work on something else. Now let's go ahead and pause this video. I want to show you one more thing since we're talking about multitasking. Now guess what? Maybe you want to continue to watch this YouTube video and you still want to do other things on your phone. Well, watch this. If you're in the YouTube app and you have a video that is currently playing and you hit the home button, it will bring that video down into what is called a pop-out video, and that video will continue to play and you can move it kind of anywhere you want around the screen while you do other things. So now I can open up, for example, the Google Play app. I can go through here, I can download apps, maybe I'm trying to find something new. Either way, this video is going to keep playing while I'm just doing other things on the phone. So kind of another way to multitask aside from running two apps at one time. If you found that helpful, make sure you bump that like button down below. Let's move on. For the next tip, I want to show you how to send large files. Now, if I go to my my gallery, I'm going to show you a video that I just took, and this video is currently 1 minute. Now, normally if you want to send a really large video file, you can't do it over text message and you can't do it over email. In fact, I just want to show you this. If you go into the text messaging app and you were to try to send this large 1 minute video, they have made a small update which I think is helpful. So I want to show you this first. I'm going to tap here, tap on my video. It's going to give you an option if you want to share a Google photo link or if you want to send a low quality video. So obviously, why would you want to send a low quality video? In a lot of cases, you really can't see what's happening in the video because they downgrade the quality so much. So one option you have to send a large video file is you can simply attach it and you want to select Google Photo Link. And by doing this, this will take that video, it'll upload it into the cloud, and then it will attach it as a link so you can send it as a text message. Another option, which to me is a bit easier and just more helpful, is going back to the gallery, find the video here. I'm going to select the video, and then I'm going to tap on the share button right here. And what I want to do is I want to go to quick share. Now when you go to quick share, this gives you, this app does quite a few things. If there's other people that are close to you and they have a Samsung phone, it'll actually allow you to share that file really quickly with that person or with people that are around you. You could be around 10 people, and if they have Samsungs, you can literally just open this app up. Their numbers will show up and you can share that video out really easily. Another option is you can have it create a shareable link for you. So watch, let me tap on this. So I tapped on the little QR icon here, and then it says share this using a QR, or if you look closer at the bottom, or share using just a link. I'm gonna tap copy URL, hit the home button, go to text messages, and I'm just gonna simply hold down in the text box and tap the paste button. It's gonna give me a shareable link that I can send to anyone, and then they will be able to download that video in its full quality on their end. Now, one disclaimer is, depending on how large the file is, it does take a few minutes for that video to be uploaded first. So they upload it to Samsung's cloud, and then this link allows you to access that file using, basically that link allows you to access the video file, and the video is usually only available for about a day or two, and then it erases. So either way, this is a really easy way for you to share large files. Again, especially think about those videos, or maybe you want to send a lot of pictures at one time. This is a really easy method to do that. Now, if you found that helpful, make sure you bump that like button down below. I know that was helpful, so you all should be bumping that like button right now. Okay, for the next tip, I want to show you how to launch the camera no matter what screen you're on, even if your phone is off. This is called the Quick Launch Camera Shortcut, and it's going to allow you to never miss any important moments. What you're going to do is tap the power button 2 times. This will automatically launch the camera. So no matter what you're doing, double tapping the power button will launch the camera. Now, check this out. My phone is off, like my screen is asleep. I'm going to double tap that power button. It's going to wake up the phone and automatically take me to the camera. This is called the Quick Launch Camera feature. It's super convenient, and as a parent, it allows me to really never miss important moments, because something happens, I grab my phone, double tap, and my phone is on, my camera is ready, and it's time to capture those moments. So really cool feature. Now, small side note, if you notice I have this Wall-E character as my wallpaper. If you want to learn how to change your lock screen wallpaper to any picture that's in your phone, make sure you check out the video right here, okay? Now, with the camera and this feature I just showed you, some of you might say, I don't take a lot of pictures, I don't really care about launching the camera on any screen. Well, if you find yourself in that category and you would rather have a different app launch when you hit that double tap, I'm going to show you how to do that right now, how to change that setting. So swipe down from the top of the screen, swipe down again. You're going to tap on the power button you see in the upper right corner. From here, tap on side button settings. And right now our double press, and it's referring to the power button, our double press is programmed to the Quick Launch Camera feature. All we have to do is change this to Open App, and now it will give us a list of all the apps that are currently on the phone, and we can simply select a different app that we want to launch when we double tap that power button. For some of you guys, it might be, I would rather it go to my text messages. That's more important to me than taking pictures. No problem. I'm going to select text messages, hit the home button, and now when I double tap that power button, it's going to automatically launch the text messages app, and we're on this screen. So this is sort of like an add-on to that Quick Launch Camera. If you love the camera launch, great. If not, you can do what's called remap that button so it'll launch whichever app is most important to you. All right, let's move on to our next hidden feature. This one is for the parents out there who find yourself in that situation where sometimes you have to pass your phone to your kids because you're in a moment where you're busy and you just need them to be calm. Well, you'll want to uncover this hidden feature. So if you swipe down from the top of the screen, tap on the pencil in the upper right corner, tap on edit. So we're going to go on the full screen side, tap edit. And if you swipe over, you'll find the shortcut to kids mode. Now, for some reason, this is hidden in the settings. I don't know why it's hidden. It should just be right out there, but no big deal. I'm going to simply hold down on the kids mode and drag it up here. And now it's going to be a shortcut when I swipe down from the top of the screen. So watch this. Swipe down. Here's my kids mode right here. And when you tap on kids mode, it's gonna, the first time it's gonna prompt you to set it up. So you'll simply hit continue, and it'll kind of walk you through how it works. Essentially, kids mode is a locked down section of the phone where once you're in it, you cannot get out unless you have the password. So you're able to download some of these cool like stock kid games that come with the kids mode, or you can actually go into the settings and you can add other apps. So for example, if I just tap on the three dots here, tap on add and edit apps, I can actually go in and say, hey, I want to add Netflix, or I want to add PBS Kids. You can add specific apps so that your kid will have access to those things. You have to approve everything, obviously. And in fact, watch right here. Let's hit the plus here. And this will allow us to now go through and say, you know what? I want my kid to have access to YouTube Music, but not YouTube. Okay, no problem. Hit add. And now they have YouTube Music. So you can add whatever apps you want them to have access to. And guess what? When you have to pass your phone to your kids, you can know that they are in a safe place on the phone and they won't get to any of your important files, or they won't call anyone by accident. They'll be locked in this section. All right. Now, when it's time to get out, guess what? I'm going to hit the home button. It's not doing anything. Why not? Tap on the three dots right here. We're going to tap close Samsung Kids. And then it's going to ask you to use your fingerprint to actually get out of that section. So really cool way to lock down your phone to make sure that your kids are not going through things that they should not have access to. All right, moving on to the next tip. This phone can be a little large and a little hard to hold with one hand. So I'm going to show you how to enable the one-handed mode feature to make it easier to use the phone with one hand. You're going to swipe down from the top of the screen. And actually, by the way, let me show you this because you guys might have noticed this, and this could be frustrating some of you guys. So Samsung has a new feature. And basically, if I swipe to the left of the camera, it's going to show me this, which is my notifications and these 6 switches, right? But if I swipe to the right of the camera, swipe down, it takes me right to all my shortcuts. Okay? So, here, here. So, just so you know, depending on where you swipe, you might see more or less. Now, if you swipe on the left, it shows you more of your notifications. You can simply swipe down a second time, and that's how you get to the rest of your little shortcuts here. So, just small disclaimer in case you guys didn't know that that was a thing. Okay, let's keep going. Upper right corner, click on the settings wheel, and from here, we're gonna swipe up to advanced features. And then from here, we need to turn on one-handed mode. Then we're gonna tap on one-handed mode because there's 2 different ways to use this feature. There's a gesture option and then there's a button option. Now I prefer the button option, others prefer gesture. Let me show you both and you decide which one you like better. I'm gonna start with the button option so you can see why I think it's a little bit better. So if I'm holding the phone like this, and guess what? It can be a little hard to reach the top of the screen. I really have to reposition the phone in order to get to the top. But if I tap the home button 2 times, it'll automatically shrink the screen down to make it easier to reach the top of the screen, just like that. See? And if I tap on this arrow, I can move the screen to that side. Maybe you're a lefty, that might make it easier for you to reach the screen. If I tap anywhere on the outside, it's going to simply take me out of the full screen. Okay, so that is the button option. Now the other option, let's go back to our settings. The other option is the gesture option. Now with the gesture option, you have to swipe down on the home button instead of hitting it twice like this. Okay, let me do it again. I'm just swiping right over the home button like this, and it shrinks down. So you decide which one works better for you. I personally like the button that just double tapping. It's just easier for me, but whatever works for you, no problem. But essentially this is how you get to the one-handed mode, and this will make it easier for you to reach the top of the screen and be able to interact with different things on your screen. And obviously so easy to get out of it, just tapping on the edge there, and now you're back to the full screen. So that is the one-handed mode feature. Okay, for the next tip, I want to show you something that you have the option to turn off, and quite a few people I know tend to turn this off because they don't like to see it, but I'm going to give you the option to do what you like better. When you're on the home screen, when you swipe to the right, it automatically brings up this Google search page, and it will show you relevant news based on how you search on the phone. Now, some of you guys may like this. I like it. I tend to use it pretty often, but I know a lot of people that think it's irritating to see Google when they swipe right. So if you want to turn this off, hold down the screen, swipe to your right, and then tap on this little switch at the top and swipe over and just tap the screen. And now it's turned off. If I try to swipe to the right, it won't let me because it's disabled. So that's how you disable the Google search page if you choose not to use that. Okay, for the next tip, I want to show you how to keep your phone running nice and fast and smooth. Okay, to do this, we're going to swipe down from the home screen, upper right corner, tap on the, you're going to swipe down to the device care section. And first, you're going to see some basic stats for your phone. So battery life, storage, and memory. Now, if you tap on Optimize Now, it's going to run a quick diagnostic check to see if there's any tweaks that it needs to make to keep your phone running quickly. It's going to check for any apps that have been running too long, any apps that might be crashing in the background. It optimizes the phone so it runs at the best speed. Now, so this is great. It optimized the phone. We're running nice and quick. Now, it would be nice to not have to always come back to this screen when it's time to optimize your phone again. Well, there is a way. You have two options. One option is the auto optimization feature, which is you can program your phone to auto restart. You can set the time period. Hey, I want my phone to restart when it's needed. So essentially the phone is going to try to determine hey, the phone is running slow. We think it's time for a restart. You can enable that. Or you can simply just schedule, hey, once a week, I want my phone to restart so that it can just clear up anything that might be running or clogging the phone up and get it to run faster. So this is one option. The other option is a little bit simpler, which is going to the home screen, hold down the screen, tap on widgets, swipe up, go to device care, tap on the drop down arrow, and hold on this option here and drop it on the home screen. Now you have a shortcut optimize button that you can simply tap whenever you want. It'll run that same optimization, and it will do a quick scan and see if there's any tweaks that need to be made to get the phone running faster, and it'll make those tweaks automatically. I prefer this over the auto restart option myself. I think this is much easier to manage, and you can simply do it when you notice your phone is starting to slow down. So there is that. Now, if you found this helpful so far, or any of these tips helpful, please, if you haven't already done so, hit that like button down below so the video can be shared out and reach more people. Okay, let's move on to our next tip, which is how to lock the apps on the home screen so you don't change the layout by accident. Sometimes when we have the phone in our pocket, or you might let someone else use the phone, they can tend to move apps unknowingly, and it can be frustrating. This happens a lot to my mom. I look at her phone and I say, Mom, why is your phone a jumbled mess? And she said, I don't know, the apps get moved around sometimes. So if you hold down the home screen, tap on settings, and then you'll want to enable the feature that says lock home screen layout. This will make it so now if I try to move an app on the home screen, for example, if I hold down the Play Store and I try to move it, it won't let me. It says home screen layout is locked. And for any of the other apps, maybe I hit the phone button by accident, it will not let me move it. So for those of you that might be setting this phone up for someone else, this is a great feature to enable. If you want to set a certain layout and you don't want it to be changed, you just simply lock the home screen layout, okay? Now, moving on to our next tip, I want to show you how to hide apps on the phone. Maybe you have an app that has sensitive information, maybe pictures or documents, or simply things that you do not want people to have access to, and maybe there are other folks that use your phone from time to time. Here's how to hide an app. You're gonna first identify the app that you want to hide. So in this case, I'm gonna hide, this is a silly app, I'm just using it as an example, but I'm gonna hide the internet app, okay? Maybe I don't want my kids to go on the internet, so we'll hide that app. On the home screen, I'm gonna hold down the screen, tap on settings. From here, I'm going to go to hide apps on home and app screen. And here I can go through, find that internet app, and I'll go ahead and hide Google Chrome as well. Maybe you want to, simply hide the web browser so that your kids don't have access to go on the web when they have your phone. No problem. We check these two apps. I'm going to hit done. Hit the home button, and now Google Chrome was on the bottom of the screen, but it's not anymore. It's hidden. If I swipe up, it's also not going to be anywhere in my app drawer. If I tap here as well, my Google Chrome is gone and the internet is gone. So this is a really easy way to hide any apps that you just don't want folks to have access to. And when you're finished and you want to unhide it, you just follow the steps the same way you did to hide them. Hold down the home screen, tap on settings, tap on hide apps and apps on home and app screen. Now, right above the apps, you'll see a red dash. Tap on the dash to take it off of the hidden apps list. Hit done, home button, and now you'll find that the internet is back and Google Chrome is back. So this is a really easy way for you to, again, hide your apps. All right, that definitely deserves a thumbs up. I'm just saying. Okay, for my next tip, I want to show you, this isn't a feature that's on the phone. It's simply a recommendation. It's an app that I use, and I think you guys will like it too. Actually, I'm going to show you two apps. I'm going to start with an app that's called Backdrop. So let's go to the Play Store and go to the search, and you can either type in Backdrop or tap on the tap on the microphone in the upper right corner. Backdrop. So Backdrop is a free app that has some of the best wallpapers that I've ever seen, and I use it on all my personal devices. So if you don't like the stock wallpapers that are on the phone, this is a free app that is refreshed very frequently that will give you really nice and fun wallpapers for your phone. So once it downloads, we'll open it up and I'll just show you a couple of the wallpapers, and we'll move on to the other app I'm going to recommend. Tap on open. I normally don't enable notifications because I don't use the app enough for it to send me notifications. So press accept and continue. It'll take you right to the main screen and allow you to see some of the wallpapers. And obviously you can jump to different categories. There is community, there is collections, you can search by specific topics. There are going to be some paid apps as well in the premium section, so keep that in mind too. Let's go to Free Earth. There's some fun ones in here. I think I like this one here. Actually, that one's really nice. There's so many nice ones here. Let's get this one. I'm going to just tap on the picture, tap on set. It'll ask you, do you want it on your home screen, the lock screen, or both? I'm going to hit both. Obviously, you can hard it if you'd like to be able to go back to it later. hit your home button, and just that easy, you have a brand new wallpaper. So that's a really fun wallpaper there, and just allows you to change it up. I love to change my wallpapers every couple of weeks just to, you know, have a different feel when I look at the phone. So that is backdrops, or backdrop. Now, the second and my last recommendation and my last tip for the video is going to be an app called SwiftKey. S-W-I-F-T key. Now, I personally don't like the keyboard that comes with this phone. I feel like it's really hard to type, and I feel like I make a lot of mistakes with this keyboard. So on every Samsung phone that I buy, I always download this app that's called SwiftKey. It's free, and it allows you to customize the layout of the phone, and I always feel like I have a much smoother typing experience when I use this app. So I'm going to open it. I'm going to show you how I set it up and some of the tweaks that I make, and hopefully it'll help you to type a little bit smoother as well. Let's hit open. Tap enable. Look for Microsoft SwiftKey. You're going to turn it on. Press OK. You're going to select SwiftKey. You'll see this pop up. Tap on the option at the top there, and then tap try your keyboard. Tap allow. If you tap on this little keyboard icon in the bottom right corner, this will allow us to see the keyboard, which right now it looks very similar to the stock keyboard. Now what you'll want to do is you want to go to themes, and here you'll see a big list of different options, different colors. Some kind of highlight the buttons, some don't. I'll show you the keyboard I like to use, which is this one here. I'm going to tap on it, hit download. Now you do need to sign into your Google account or Microsoft account to unlock some of the additional features. So I'm going to select Google account. Once you're signed in, now we should be able to download that keyboard, and watch this. Let's tap on the keyboard here. There it is, much nicer. Now, here's a few of the other tweaks that I make as well. Let's go back, and we're gonna go to sound and vibration. So I like to turn on the key press sound because I want to hear it when I type. I'm just a little different that way. And we'll turn this up to 5. And every time you type, you'll hear a sound. For some reason, when I type and I hear a sound, it helps me to type a little more accurately. So try that out, see if you like that. I also like to turn on the vibration. So I turn off this option, and then I turn on key press vibration, and I turn it up at least or 50%. Now when you type, there is a vibration and there is a sound. And the combination of the vibration and the sound with this layout, it just tends to help me type a lot more accurately. So anyway, I wanted to share that as a recommendation because it's an app that I've used for years and I've had a great experience with, and I think you guys will like it too. So anyway, this brings us to the end of our video. I hope you guys found this helpful. If it did, hit the like button down below. If you're not already a subscriber, hit the subscribe button. I also will have a link in the description that'll have a lot more A15 videos. I've done quite a few videos on this phone, so check out that playlist and continue to learn all that you can do with this phone. There's so many great things that it does, and you want to be well informed. Last thing, leave me a comment down below. For those of you that made it to the end, thank you. Tell me 3 of your favorite tips / hidden features that I shared in the video. I always love to hear your feedback and want to know what new things you've learned from the video. So take a second, share that with me. I totally appreciate it, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care, and as always, have a good one.